You see, the mind doesn't want to follow an uninterested party, doesn't want um, to be subdued, you know, doesn't want it, anything that it cannot grasp, get its hands on, and, you know, manipulate or multiply or subtract. Mind is the the doer. This poor body has put through so much intense what do you call it when you like intense like hypnotherapy from the mind. You'll do it, buddy. I'm not asking you if you like it or not. The mind wants confrontation. It wants deliberate. It wants to deliberate. It wants to negotiate. It wants to seek. It wants to find. It wants to lose. It wants to gain. It wants relationships. It wants attachments. It wants beliefs. It wants hopes. It wants reason. It wants practices. It wants method. It wants aims, objectives, methodologies, all that stuff that you get at university, you know. I went to university to do art, you know, and I had to prove, the mind had to prove where it was going, how it was going to get there, what it was going to do, what its aims were, what its objectives were, what methods it was going to use. I started off as a painter, and I finished off as a painter. Yes. But it was fun, you know. You meet people, you see. It's all about people. People in the sense that if you don't interact in a very moving way, you know, a very accepting way, a very trusting way, a very faithful way, if you're not genuine to people, they see right through you, you know. You see, I don't mind. I have a mind that has an attitude. This mind, this ego mind, you know, with it, is unshakable, you know. It says, I don't give a shit. I don't care. But it's just replicating the I don't mind. But it has to put some emotion into it. It has to put some passion into it. It has to put some sort of sensational ways of getting you, the listener or the body, into some sort of, come on then, let's negotiate, let's deliberate. The I don't mind is whatever comes, it comes, you know. Whatever's taking place, if it's taking place, it's taking place. If it's not, it's not. I have no problem with tomorrow. I have no problem with yesterday. I certainly have no problem with now. I don't mind, you see. I don't mind. No. I want your house. Okay, you can have it. I don't mind. If it's really important for you, if it's going to cause a problem to your mind or your body, then you can have it. But you'll have to bypass my partner first. Because she has that ego state of, no, I do mind. Yeah. And that's okay. I don't mind that she minds. I don't mind that you mind. It sounds a very punishing place to be, but it's the most liberating place to be. I don't mind. The car breaks down in the middle of the motorway. Oh, I don't mind. Normally, in a mindful situation, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have to phone, I have to get this. Oh, look at that. There's people coming around. There's all this stuff going on. I can't do anything. I can't push the car. I can't get out. I have to, do whatever is necessary. But, it didn't ask the car to break down. It didn't ask the speeding cars around me to slow down and help. It doesn't matter, It only matters, if the mind takes ownership of its I. I need to get out of this situation really quick. The body's at no harm. It's sitting behind the wheel. There's no one moving. The lights are on. Everything's going. They're waiting for the whatever it is that comes, And then so many people in this attitude, so many people stop and they push your car to the side because they mind, you see. But they're also using I don't mind situation. They're calming you down. They're saying, don't mind. It's okay, it's not your fault. It's the relaxed, meditative state, So you don't come on and speak about things that are going to antagonize. But if they antagonize, then the mind that is antagonized minds, you see. They're just taking a side. It's saying, no, I'm not accepting you, Mr. Speaker, for what you are. And that's okay, I don't mind. There's no problem in life for the mind. The body has problems, The body will naturally experience problems. But the mind, if it's in a beautiful, mindful or mindless situation, will ease the body out of the problem. If it's not, it's out of both mind and body's hands. And the normal one, you don't really speak like this in the public, because they say, well, you don't mind about the war in Israel, you don't mind about the people who die. What can I do about that, you see? It's all the people that mind. People, I don't mean the word people, it's all the minds that mind. They have to solve the problem, They have to stop, they have to start, they have to attach, they have to detach. You're not in any position. You wouldn't put the speaker in front of some serious incident, a serious incident, things flying everywhere, bombs, missiles, everything. What's going on? What do you want to do with this? What can I do about it? Make a decision, you see. The mind has to be the decisive, the indecisive, the one that makes the decision. The world will go on with mind. It has to go on with mind. If everyone took the position of this speaker, then to the mind, it's going to be a disaster. But to the speaker, it doesn't matter, because I don't mind. Mooji made a video that I was really struggling, because I had this mind was coming in to say, you need to get your attitude, you need to up your game, you need to start protesting, you need to start, raising the problems that you've experienced through this wisdom, And I said, you're different, you're weird, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not thinking what you're supposed to be thinking. You're not acting like you're supposed to be acting. I didn't know there was a way. I didn't know God says everyone will act this way. You see, the Bible says it acts in guidelines. It doesn't say you have to. God will strike you down in the moment you don't love your neighbor. And then I came across this Mooji video, The Mastery of the Sages. And I thought, well, I'm not the only one. In an individual world, I'm not the only one. I'm speaking from the human point of view now. The human, if the human takes on board, goes to work, and something happens, I can make a decision. But it won't be to close the job down. It won't be to it won't be to sack or fire someone. It'll be to say, okay, we made a little decision here, Okay, that's it. Now you take over, And you get the credit. And they say, wow, you did. It was a great decision. No, it's simple. It's simple. Just take a step back. Let's look at the situation from 10 yards back. Yeah, let's leave your head. Let's chop your head off for 5 minutes and stop thinking about the ridiculous, the sublime, the mental psychological approach to how we deal with life. The police have the psychological approach, the government psychological approach. Yeah, the nurses, they don't have a psychological approach. The surgeons, they just do it. They don't have to make decisions. No, the decision is made. Save life. But of course they get less recognition because they're not making decisions about the things that matter to mind. Money, power, status, all these wonderful things, you see. I'm not condoning them because I don't mind. Who follows that an uninteresting speaker? Who follows the one that does not entertain and give information? I think I'll do a video on one last video on teaching. And it's not what I can teach, it's what one saint can teach. And probably the greatest teacher in history. I don't know about Christ because I haven't read up so many things. I don't know about Buddha. I do in the sense of experiential stuff, but when you actually put into practice some of the of Christ's ways, you'll say Christ is the greatest teacher because he was the one that helped the mind dissolve. Buddha, he was the one that helped the mind dissolve. Ram, Shiva, Krishna. But there's one that really the practice was ongoing, and I didn't even realize this one existed until the practice. Which, is it a practice or is it just something taking place? Consciousness moving. I'll do one last video on this great teacher. Anyway, I know you do mind, so go and watch something really, really satisfying, really interesting, really entertaining. Don't look at yourself, you see, because yourself won't reveal entertainment, satisfaction. Yourself will only entertain itself by being in its presence in the here and now, you see. Anything that's stimulating, anything that's enhancing, promoting, projecting, dissolving, removing the state of mind is it's not accepted, you see. That's why that's why there's nothing behind a speaker. There's nothing to. I don't want to stimulate you. Why would I stimulate you? Why would I do what I experience? We just project our lives. We project our way, our beingness. This is all you get, you see. I know most don't like it, but I don't mind. It's okay, I still love every human being, even the ones that mind, that destroy the earth or destroy people. I don't particularly want to go out and embrace them and hug them and whatever that, but you know what? That's their way. That's their way, And it's not a very positive attitude, is it not? Because I don't take sides, you see. I don't take the sides of positivity and negativity, of good and bad, of man and woman, of Democrats and Republics. What a piece of nonsense, What an absolute piece of nonsense to create two sides to divide a whole nation of species that is immaculate when they all work as one, But anyway, there you go. That's information for you. Namaste.